There's always a problem of the day, an issue that bothers us most at any given moment. And when it's over, there is the next one. But the problems aren't really with the outside world. The problem is the voice itself, the inner critic that's always looking for the next thing and never content with the present moment.
You're never really satisfied because, everything that you want, everything you desire is like drugs. You know what I mean? You just want more. You just, like, whether it comes to success or whether it comes to happiness, is like, you're chasing that first high all over again.
Happiness doesn't come from doing things in the outside world. Real, lasting happiness can be found when we silence this voice. This inner critic is the cause of much of our worry, distraction, and mental anguish. Not only does it frantically jump from topic to topic, but much of what it says is meaningless.
The conversation we have with ourselves every minute of the day comes at a cost. I'm not saying that discursive thought is not necessary or useful, but it is the mechanism by which most of our suffering is inflicted, the sorrow and the self-doubt and the anxiety and the fear.
This voice in our heads is always with us, biologically hardwired through millions of years of evolution. But in an attempt to protect us, it brings misery into our lives by constantly focusing on the negative. It essentially encages us through fear and oversensitivity to certain topics. And this voice can be quite persuasive. It's practically impossible to stop its constant intrusion into our consciousness. You can see this for yourself. The next time you're in the shower or having dinner alone, just watch how this voice hijacks your thoughts with no regard of what you're doing at that moment. And our default mode is to identify with this voice in our heads. This is the so-called monkey mind. So how do we deal with this voice? How do we hush the inner critic? Well, the short answer is we don't. We can't. See, even if your life depends on it, you can't stop the voice in your head. However, we can easily recognize it and not get lost in thought. Keeping a distance, a mental separation between the voice in our heads and the other part of us that witnesses this voice, allows us not to get carried away by temporary thoughts and emotions. In other words, overcoming the inner voice comes down to two things: acknowledging its presence, but not holding on to it.
I don't think I have ever seen you angry.
Oh, I used to get angry all the time. Frustrated, too.
So you're not frustrated anymore?
I'm not lost anymore.
How did you do that?
Same way anything lost gets found. I stopped looking.